trial. Let's go.
Did you change the title?
Just to day 2 trial, I did.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Now it's an autoplay.
Yeah, it was.
That's justice. Apologies.
Apologies.
That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you really want to get some. Huh?
Get some justice, not get some, you know.
Yeah.
Believe, I know shooting.
Mikey claims Mr. Letus was already down on the ground when he entered the room.
Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it. Ja, men det är det vi har sagt för estimated time of death was 9 to 9:30.
It's still strange.
Yeah. Suddenly.
Look at the autopsy report again.
Okay.
I just want to remind myself what it says.
There's something we're waiting for.
Yeah, time elapsed between shooting and death currently under review. Yeah, that's...
Yeah. They're not really sure.
Yeah. So he could have been shot like 5 hours earlier. We don't know.
Yeah, because death was due to loss of blood. And you don't lose that much blood in 5 minutes if you from a shot in the shoulder, I believe. Maybe. You got some arteries there.
Yeah.
Suddenly I hear revolver, close, very close. Then I hear voice.
You heard gunshots? Isn't it weird that he didn't perform any kind of triage on himself though? If he actually was an Interpol agent?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what's happening. Yes, it's true. I hear revolver, but only sound.
Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Letus already dead and then you heard shots? If that... See?
Mm-hmm.
If that's true.
So, you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots?
And you escaped through the air vent?
I know. Huh? What do you know? I know if I opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
The vents went to both the stage and the backstage area. Is that what he means?
Hey, he's right. Look, Apollo. Yeah, and the vent goes here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But how did you know it was connected like that?
Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something. What? I hear this from magician.
Magician.
Don't look at me.
A magician, huh?
Valant. Who else?
Yeah.
Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Micah didn't shoot Mr. Letus.
Yeah, what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then they heard shots. That one's going to go over well in court. Not!
Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Dad always told me. Yeah, well, that's true.
I'll just pretend he misheard him every time. So what do we do?
You're sure you won't testify, Maki? No talking, no. Well, it was worth a shot.
Cocoon.
Can't go home, blah blah blah. I don't want to go home. He's gonna die.
Yeah. I'm drinking this ice vanilla matcha tea thing. Pretty good.
Ice vanilla tea.
Yeah, iced vanilla matcha tea.
Okay.
Yeah, very fancy, right?
Sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Does
of course it's scared.
Does it work good for your throat?
I hope so.
I usually think like hot tea and honey works
Yeah,
best
but
for
this
me.
was like, it's like 40 degrees, so I'm not going to drink anything hot. You know? So I got enough. And the first time it's from Espresso House, I didn't see that they had this on the menu earlier. I do like the cold brew stuff though.
Yeah. And No Link made some kind of iced coffee 2 years ago, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of time to do it at home, you know.
Yeah, I
Because you
know.
have to brew the coffee and then chill it. But
Yeah, chill it down.
well, I guess we'll have to try a different approach.
Yeah, I'm drinking my regular Coke Zero. That's the spirit, Apollo. So, what's your plan?
If Maki won't testify about it, we'll have to get someone else to testify.
Someone
magician.
else?
It's the time.
Well, he hauled ass out of
Yeah,
out of the city.
I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there.
Right.
He went to Kurain village, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. 11,
'Cause
28.
this is supposed to be the same town as in the Apollo or in the Phoenix Wright games, right? Has
Yeah,
to be.
I
'Cause
believe
it's
so.
the same courtroom.
And the same judge, and you have
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright and Coase all
Yeah,
what they are called. Anything
Right.
something.
Right and company. Anything goes.
Yeah.
Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant? Yes, Your Honor. Very good talk. Very well. Who will you testify? Your Honor, the defendant will not testify. What? Yeah, man, I thought this was your big chance to turn the case around. Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
A different angle? If Maki won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamiroir.
We can. Lucky you are a sore throat and have to talk to yourself.
As always, Lamiroir. What are you up to now? Thought you determined yesterday that Lamiroir's testimony was insubstantial.
Mm-hmm.
Lamiroir was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries.
He said there's nothing you can. Okay.
What happened? She was assaulted, Your Honor.
Or that's what. Or she claims to have been assaulted.
Assaulted? Someone wanted Lamiroir dead. Do you think she's faking it? Thanks, she
Maybe.
was able to save herself.
You know, everybody lies in in this case.
Yeah. What? I've heard no such report. Security Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamiroir? Can you think of a reason? Well, think about who's known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes. Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been?
Valant. Who else?
You don't think? I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Letouce. Killer was afraid of her, afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday. Something that the killer doesn't want getting out.
Rubber.
So I might understand that this is what you are saying. Namely that there is a nugget of truth in Lamiroir's testimony. A nugget we have yet to uncover. Exactly. If Lamiroir was attacked, there's a serious implication. Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. Court will hear Lamiroir's testimony once more.
Is it the same testimony?
Lamiroir must apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak. You need not apologize. I know that Maki is innocent. I will do all that I can until the court realizes this. Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window. And that the voice belonged to Darian Crescent, yes? That is correct. At which point I proved that he could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite soundproof. You have nothing to say to that, Mr. DeRosses?
Well, I'm sticking to it that she probably heard it through this thing, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know that there's something there. There is, it seems, much you do not know. Yet it's my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness would be so kind as to testify once more to the court. Of course, Your Honor.
You mean what I heard?
I was on my way to the stage room. Okay, this is the same thing. I remember the stage from the backstage.
Yeah.
That's when I heard of Mr. Latus and the detective. I heard a faint sound of a gunshot and stopped. Then I heard another gunshot. There was the smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but
What does smell of gunpowder?
I was in a hurry, so I kept moving past the small window.
Okay.
What kept moving past? She walked
Past the
to
window.
and fro.
Yeah.
She walked then and then back again. Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony. I am sorry. I'm not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I have said here is the truth. Then it is my distinctive pleasure to say this. What you have said to have happened is impossible. Do I have to repeat myself? Namira was attacked because of this testimony.
Mm-hmm.
What, Lucy?
Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you're pretty cool.
Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead.
Think
Very well,
ahead.
Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly examine the witness.
Hmm. What do we want to hear more about? If we
I want
ask
to hear about the
this,
smell of gunpowder.
yeah, because if we use this, we're just gonna say, oh, who is the detective? And that's Darian.
Yeah.
It sound of another gunshot, or it's a smell of gunpowder. I know I must tell someone, but
Why didn't you tell someone immediately? Well, if to me, I would have gone to the police right away. It's our duty as citizens. This may be beside the point, but Dalmoa isn't a citizen. Though one would hope such common sense prevails in Virginia as well.
Grandma seems awfully quiet all of a sudden.
That's strange. Could she be hiding something? Surely not. It
Nope.
is as you say at the time.
In a hurry for what?
You were in a hurry to go where? I was on my way to the backstage exit, as I have said. Why were you in such a hurry then? Well, I don't think that has anything to do with this case.
Smash.
That's not for you to decide.
Nope.
Very well might. Please answer the question. Stop badgering the witness. Is he going to start with that too?
Yep.
Are you alright, Lamiroir? Yes, I am just tired. You recall what I told you yesterday, Forehead? Lamira suffers from serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her further.
Yeah, badgering the witness.
Yep. But so he can just dismiss questions he thinks aren't too traumatizing. Why don't you prove of this another connection to the case before asking about it, yeah?
But we haven't really thought about why Darian stopped our questioning with Maki yesterday.
Prosecution's objection is sustained. The current question is moot, Mr. Justice. Please continue with your cross-examination.
What's moot?
Camera was the expert. It's insignificant or not
Okay.
relevant. Lemire was attacked because, like a moot point.
Yeah.
Lemire was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was, so something's got to be hidden here.
Maybe there's some detail we're missing.
Guess we just have to get her to fill in the blanks.
Right.
Okay, let's
Back
press
from
on
start.
everything then.
Mm. Or maybe we have to present something.
Yeah. Is something wrong? I know I said hold it. But she's saying the same thing she said before. Mr. Justice. Sorry, it's nothing. Please continue with your testimony. No, I know what you mean about the reckless youth these days. The one you ran over there is a shining example here, Judge. You're the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. Rockstar.
Stop badgering the defense attorney.
Yeah. Poor guy. Darian Crescend. I did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him, the one who took the stand yesterday. How many times do I need to remind you that it's possible? There's no way you could have heard him.
Okay, here we maybe should present
maybe,
the
maybe,
earpiece.
Because the window at the scene was closed. Is that why? Of course.
Can it be that simple that Latouche got shot earlier and he drew his gun and did these holes trying to shoot someone?
Because yeah, it's possible because it's his gun, and we don't know if he got shot by this gun, right?
No.
They never told us specifically that this gun
Was the murder
was
weapon?
this, because they have just said, or have gotten analysis from the forensic that actually said that the bullet in the wall is the same one that hit his shoulder, because they just think that it went through his shoulder and into the wall, and that seems
yeah.
kind of unlikely.
Exactly.
And wouldn't there be blood in the on the wall then?
There would be blood, yes. And
Because I don't buy the explanation, but they're also saying that it's the murder weapon, but they haven't proven that it just was by his body.
yeah, and they've said that this gun, the revolver, made these holes.
Yeah.
But no one was in here when we entered. So
Yeah.
he might have been delusional, maybe just shot the wall.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh well.
Or it was a ghost.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere.
He's right, maybe there's a different angle. Did you happen to hear anything else at that time? Anything else? Anything else besides the victim and the shooter's conversation? Anything at all? That's quite a vague question. Other than the conversation, I heard a clock ticking, 2 men breathing, footsteps. That is all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing in there as expected. I was hoping for a little more than that.
Okay, what were they
So if
talking
you
about
should
then?
carry on with the cross-examination. As you wish.
Gunshot and stopped, but let's see if we can ask what they were talking about.
Amir, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us. I have given it much reflection, but I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember. I only heard one phrase clearly. A whole phrase? Svari! You remember something that was said? Why didn't you say anything yesterday? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak. You see, I do not understand what was said. This could be it. The clue I've been waiting for. It's not gonna be. What else did he say? It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Latouche. The shooter then, Darren Crescent. Well, what did you say? Huh. Well, that's actually helpful.
That's
It's
helpful.
over. Press the switch now.
Yeah, it's this switch
Yeah.
then.
Mm-hmm. Switch. And the shooter said that the victim is the Latouche. Thought it quite strange myself afterward. It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean? Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this? I mean, sure, I'm delighted. It's very vital. Maybe we could add that to the testimony.
Maybe Apollo? Okay, but press switch now. Okay, but is it the switch or should we the
Just pressing it to
igniter?
begin with.
Hold it.
And it was Detective Darren Crescent's voice? Yes, I'm sure of it. It's over, press the switch. Why would you say that to Mr. Latouche?
Apollo. Oh, were they?
I think they were
Companions?
maybe they were working together.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't think he did it either.
No,
Darren.
no, it feels kind of weird. The murder weapon, the revolver, was Mr. Latouche's, right?
Yeah, what of it?
Well, maybe when he said press the switch, he really meant to say pull the trigger. No, because his English isn't so good.
Darren Crescent is a native speaker.
Oh, right. Sorry, I kind of forgot who was what.
Press the switch. That's not something a killer usually says to the victim, is it?
Nope.
Was there no one else in the room? I do not know. All I heard was Mr. Latouche and the detective.
Okay. Present. This one. Yep.
It's not really an objection, but
Nope. It isn't.
press the switch.
It's just more information.
There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words. Oh. Yeah, there was nothing at the scene that could be called a switch, said the lights. True, there wasn't a switch at the scene. But it just so happens I have a switch right here.
But why would they press the switch? Because we had one igniter under the sofa, right?
It does look like a switch, doesn't it? The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage. The stage? Where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there. On the stage. Are you claiming that the voice Lamir are heard? Was of someone commanding another to press the switch? It's a possibility. Oh, have forehead. I'd call that an impossibility. Why? Hardly necessary for me. Okay. So now it's the headset thing, right? It's hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the concert forum. Stage is quite far from Lamia's dressing room.
Yeah, but it's 30 feet.
Not to mention the Gavinas were in the middle of a concert on said stage. You aren't known for being a quiet band. Got shot all you wanted and not be heard.
Okay, now it's the earpiece.
Detective's voice was loud, but certainly not a shout. So too, however, for heads cries a possibility fallen far short of being heard. Sorry. But he wouldn't have needed to shout. Excuse me? Entschuldigung? And what I said, or do you need me to shout it out for you? It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about this? Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on stage from the dressing room.
Yeah, it has to be the earpiece.
Yeah. Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this? Why that's... What is it? Is that some kind of newfangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking?
While I wasn't looking.
It is a type of transmitter, a communications device. Communications device? From what I've heard, that means everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah yes, actually, that for talking between band members. We all had one on. So admit that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple. Cool, but wait! To send out an electronic signal to avoid interference with the audio systems, the range is quite limited.
Ramar said it was about 30 feet, right?
Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert forum. Consult the comments.
Yep.
Exactly, the walk from the stage to the backstage seems far. But the direct distance is less than 30 feet.
Oh.
Mm.
I don't want to hear anything.
That can't be. Probably I heard the shooter's voice. He could have been talking to someone on stage. Ah, you're claiming this is the switch in question?
Or maybe could it be that Darian was helping Maki?
Maybe. Why did it have to be on stage at the time?
Because the switch was in the piano.
It could be placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. Someone could have hid it on the stage after the fact.
Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said press the switch.
Well, I guess we don't. An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where the switch was, there's little point in debating it.
Mm-hmm. And how are we going to solve that?
I'm sure this was the way to go with this. What is this switch anyway? We don't even know that basic fact. Wait a second. I do know what this switch is.
Yep, we do.
And if you follow that train of logic, it's to its incredible conclusion. It ends up in proof that completely changes the case.
What's up, Apollo? Apollo?
We know about this switch, right? We know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, think of when it was used that day.
It was
Think of
used
what happened.
during the fire scene of Gavin's guitar.
You've now got further information to share concerning the switch. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Justice. I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is. Well, it seems the defense is set up on linking this switch to the case. Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do I have to explain what this switch is? Okay.
Is it the guitar?
I think it's that igniter, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure, but I think it's that.
But we want to link it to the crime, so shouldn't it be this?
I think it's the igniter first.
Okay, we can try.
Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this?
Oh, nice.
That's that what? Is it not one of those newfangled phones? This is an igniter. What phone looks like this? Igniter, you mean it's like a lighter? Yes, actually. You aren't seeing the switch is a remote? And this is a remote trigger for an igniter. What? Look, I'll show you. Chow, 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 chow. Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from turning down this courtroom.
So maybe when they said hit the switch, it was during the guitar serenade then. Yeah, performance.
Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I expected. If my whiskers had caught on fire. Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. The switch is a remote ignite trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you? You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you?
Oh.
Exactly, that night at the concert there was one unusual burst of flame.
Yep. The guitar.
When your guitar caught fire in the middle of your performance. Wasn't that part of the stage show though? Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned. And the guitar that burned down was a valuable keepsake.
That's right, he got it in Virginia from Lamar. He says the sound was amazing before it burned, of course. Now it's just kind of smokes.
The better guitar, the brighter it burns. Have what? Yes. Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the shooter's voice heard by Lamar. And the guitar suddenly catching on fire. I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. Latus and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch.
Oh, to make a commotion.
The switch was pressed and the guitar caught fire. Well, that does seem to make sense. Though something about it is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it. Really seems pretty simple to me.
Yeah, it has to be the magician.
Have for heck. Don't destroy what little respect I have for you. Expecting something a little more sensible. I guess I was wrong. What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin? This simple story simply makes no sense. Think that night my guitar caught fire, yes. The cause may have been this, indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set.
Yeah, that's right, of course. Oh. What did she say?
That the shooting happened during the third set.
The guitar caught fire during Lamar song, okay.
It was utterly unrelated. Yes, that must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise for this is faulty. The story makes no sense. Are you sure about that? What exactly do you mean, Mr. Justice?
Because it could have been 30 minutes between set 2 and 3, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's not the premise from an explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far. What premise is this specifically? I'm glad you asked. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act. Exactly.
Mm.
That's what I've been saying.
You're onto something.
What's this? But Detective Yamasuke heard shots and found the body. But those shots weren't the ones that killed him. That's
Yep.
what we were saying. All this happened
All
in the
this
third
time.
act. Mm. Gunshots rang out,
Mm-hmm.
and according to his testimony, Maki was in that dressing room at the time. Where are you going with this, Mr. Justice? Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us in his testimony.
But could it be that Maki was in the dressing room and Latouche was afraid of him, so he shut the wall and Maki left through the air duct?
Was he trying to shoot Maki?
Maybe.
I mean that the victim had already been shot.
Or maybe shut the wall just to get someone to hear it and come in.
Yeah. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting. This is insane. Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next moment, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote triggered igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion.
But then Maki couldn't have been in the dressing room because he was at the piano, wasn't he?
The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballad performance, the second act. What? Order. Order! But that goes against the evidence. What does, Your Honor? This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes?
Hey, it's right, look.
Yeah.
The bullet is supposed to come after the fire.
You think about it the wrong way.
Huh?
Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through. Will it have merit for the person doing it? Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason. Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics. You're saying the order was reversed on purpose? Reversed, Prosecutor Gavin. Criminal followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flame. Yet for further raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after but just before the fire. Couldn't have put it better myself. We're only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. And we all didn't we say this like the first time they said this was going to be based on the ballad, that this was going to be a fake?
Yep.
Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think it followed the lyrics the whole way. We still don't
Exactly.
know how we got up there though.
Nope. Maybe a disappearing act.
That would explain this most unusual situation. Thus, the killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your fairy tale makes no sense at all.
Okay, hit us.
Oh,
Clavier.
it sounds good, I'll give you that. You give us a reason why the killer better follow the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic.
Logic.
It's flawed from the very beginning. Flawed? Yes, a contradiction as Sten, and I pointed out several times no less. At the time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could let me voiced?
Well, the earpiece, the headset, we have already told you this.
Oh. Know that you would like to divert our attention from this little critical fact, but you're basing your entire life wasting on a false premise. Right. Amir's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice.
What if she couldn't hear? What if she couldn't hear it, Apollo?
Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch.
Mm-hmm.
And near the crime scene we have a switch.
Everybody had headphones.
Which act as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. Can't all be a coincidence, but how do I make it work? I see more direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime, that window was closed. Care to tell us, Alim, why I had a voice? A key point to be sure. Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court? Okay, Justice, you got one thing to prove and one thing only. Lamar heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. I think I was around to hear the voice.
Well, she can hear pretty good. But can it be she was somewhere else? I'm not really sure. She has an
third one.
the third one, yeah, but she has an impeccable hearing.
The window could be open. We don't know that.
Yeah.
When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. Should there no reason to close it had it been open either. Meaning it was impossible to hear the voice through that window. It's good to hear you making sense again. For a moment I was afraid you might be a Virginian too. As I was saying, Lamir could not hear the voice through that window. So there can be only one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely. But now the music is going through, it had to be right.
Yeah,
Watch
maybe.
This. You do amuse me so.
It's the boss music, you know.
And yeah, I told you and Good Sense are back on speaking terms. Now I'm afraid you and Good Sense speak two entirely different languages. Shall I interpret for you, her forehead? Amir clearly stated she heard a voice through that small window.
But how can she know that she's blind?
And there's only one small window at the scene. Maybe she was in the vents.
Maybe.
Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene?
There is.
I know that, look. He wants to ask us to ask him. Very well, you claim that we heard the voice from another location.
He wants us to ask him.
Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. Can you go to the left?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, click the vent. I just want to see if that's it. Because that's my gut feeling. This is where Lamar heard that voice from. But that's no small window. That's the air vent. What did she tell us? She said she is a Burdinian, unfamiliar with the language.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a stretch to manage to call this air vent a small window. Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. So when I was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice, that's the only logical explanation, yes.
Yeah. Good thinking, Muppet.
Logical, I do not think this word means what you think it means at forehead. Okay, what about it isn't logical? I told him that saying. Why would Lamia be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat. No offense intended to the rats, of course. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Lamira? He was trying to get Maki out there. What? You have been listening to our discussion here, yes?
Maybe. I'm not really following this, but we'll see.
I admit it had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed. But why should that mean I could not hear through it? I fear the prosecutor might himself need an interpreter.
Oh, another hit on the boss.
Yep. Problem here is words. Lamar, this small window through which you heard a voice. Was it up high on the ceiling of the room? Not low on a wall? Yes, it was up on the ceiling.
But how does she know that she's blind?
What? So the picture they showed us where she's clearly looking out from that window is fake.
Yeah,
Witness should clarify the statement to the court.
because we never get to know where that window come from, and she basically said that she was going back backstage. So thinking about that, you were deducing correctly because she wanted to go this way, right?
Yeah.
Back or here backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always right, don't you know that? You're-
Lucky
Are
shot.
you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact I was. I'm sorry I never imagined it to become such an important point. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there?
Come on!
I believe it's time for another testimony. I'm not sure. I can't. Never mind, this is a murder trial. We will hear your testimony. Tell us what you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room.
Why you witnessed, but okay. Please.
Well, looks like I'm on the right track.
Okay. Testimony. Above this, I can take this.
Yes, I was above this.
Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice.
When I heard the voice, I had heard there was a small window there before.
I said I can take this if your throat is getting too sore.
Yeah, sure.
It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. Okay, so that's something to press on.
Bound to secrecy.
In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold.
But you say you were in the middle of your performance.
Yeah, it has to be... Oh! Do you know what it is? It's the Disappearing Act again.
Yeah.
Because
Didn't we talk about that yesterday? That they had to, or what was I was thinking that it had to be, because when I saw this picture I thought of course she went down, but there's no way to get up on stage again, right? At least not
right.
in this picture.
no, but
Because I was thinking that the Disappearing Act would use these air vents somehow, but it could be a tunnel somewhere, I guess, that they haven't showed us yet. That has happened before.
yeah, and that's this Arven, because was it here she disappeared from,
Yeah.
or disappeared to?
Disappeared too, I think. She was on stage, right? And then she teleported up
Yeah,
onto the tower.
so dropped down here, moved, heard the
Yeah.
voice because it was the second act, and up again, and that's why she can't tell us, because it's secret. They don't talk
Yeah.
about the magical stuff.
So this did happen during the second set.
No, I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard.
Yes, but they must tell us what they were doing in detail. That's what the cross-examination is for. Yeah, I have for it. Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation of bringing panic may hinder that mission. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
What are you going to do, Apollo?
Going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. You just have to get it out of her.
And we already know what, but we need to find it. But I'm gonna press on the last thing here. Oh, we can't. Quickly, come on. Yeah, press.
Actually, who bound you to secrecy? I'm not
Ah.
sure I'm allowed to say who it was.
No, I think perhaps that is
Oh, right.
that is alright. It's just a name after all. Yeah,
Oh.
it was Valant Gramry. Perhaps you know him. Or do you,
Valant Gamoi? What?
so do you say Rai? You mean Uncle Valant?
What? Valant Glamour? Who's Valant Glamour?
I'm Grand Magician, the one responsible for the illusion performed during our concert.
Well, now you already told us what you were doing in the vents.
Yup.
Interested in reaction, Prosecutor Gavin. Glamour was bound to secrecy. It's going to take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk. I think I know why she was up there, but how do I prove it?
Exactly, how do we prove it?
Okay, go to the last one and present the videotape.
Could be, yeah.
Sunday.
Performance I know time performance.
I always say we should go with our gut feelings, right?
Yeah. Nope.
But I think it's the tape somewhere.
This is what I don't like about Ace Attorney games, and something I enjoyed in Danganronpa 3. That sometimes you don't have to find lies, or because in the third game you can agree with people, and it was
Yeah.
the same thing in the second game. But to agree with
Yeah.
someone instead of just finding faults in what they're saying. Alright, press on everything then.
Could you be more specific?
Slurk.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Because you're bound to secrecy.
Yes. To tell the truth, I was not supposed to even say I was above the ceiling. I dare not say anymore.
Doesn't sound like I'll be able to coax it out of her just by asking.
No, okay. So that he's telling us to present something. Then nu ska vi se, let's see.
Du kan få den här. Vad?
Yeah, up and then teleported there, yeah. Oh, oh, here it is. It was in the middle of my performance. Could it be this one?
Maybe.
Nope. What the
Maybe
fuck
we
are
do
we
have to
missing?
Press anyway.
Maybe to get another statement. I'm gonna press on this one then.
I min iPad.
So what our word you just let the third set start.
Okej.
After the curtain closed for the second set, there was still much to do.
You could have prevented this whole misunderstanding if you had only told us sooner.
Yes, perhaps I could have.
See little point in badging the witness. What's done is done. The mind works differently when one is in the middle of a performance. Why I've lost my voice in the middle of a show and kept on singing, completely unaware.
Så Maja.
Singing without a voice. If only all contradictions were so obvious. If only I could get Lamiroir to talk. Personally, this doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
No, that's what you've been saying.
the gunshots during second set during your performance? You're quite sure?
Yes. Why would I lie about the time?
Why didn't you tell us this yesterday?
No one asked me. I thought you all knew.
Hmm.
I told Maki was not the killer. I told you this many times.
Yes, you did. But you never told us why.
I'm sorry. I was not able to speak of it.
Unable or unwilling?
She's not talking, Apollo. What do we do?
We just have to prove it ourselves. As long as she had bound by this pact of silence, she won't talk. But if I can prove why she was up there, she'll have to admit it.
But how are we going to do that? She was singing on the stage, Apollo. Let me look at this again. Kevin.
Här.
Can we get a closer look?
Wait, go back, go back, go back. Go
Oh,
back.
I saw something.
Yeah, I saw something. Go back again. Go back. Look at her.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
her brooch.
yeah, yeah.
Brooch.
Yep, it's gone.
Yep,
Pappa, inte.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jag har inte iPad.
because it's not here.
Yeah.
I'm not almost certain of it. Let's look again. Here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
too.
And so that
It has
means...
to be the tape.
Nej,
But...
det är inte frukost. Det är inte
Yeah.
frukost.
Or it could be the brooch. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I wanted to look for a picture of the room. Because we found the brooch here.
Yeah.
So the question is, where is the vent? Is it here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we will see what they're saying. She could have been up above the ceiling too.
Yes, she could. Yeah, the theory as to why too. Maybe I've got evidence to prove it.
Hmm. Okay. So here. Let's try the video first then. Because something happened between those takes, either way.
Yep.
Yep,
Oh, it was there. Yeah.
nice.
Proof we told the reason for your presence above the ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What? Alright.
Is that what happened? Sorry.
Yes, it's all right here on this video.
Because there she has it.
There she has it, and that she doesn't have it when she
Later.
teleported away.
Yeah. And we all know that he pulls down in front of her so they can open up like a
Yeah.
latch, so she drops down probably onto a mattress or something.
But how the fuck did they do that?
I don't know. It's a
With
it's
the,
a
with
it's
the
a
cloak.
it's a game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
but-
magical cloak.
But here she
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
have
gone.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All right. I think we are onto something.
As we can see, Lamora was clearly not on stage for an entire performance. Ah. Which saddens me to be so realistic. Lamar is incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that he was hidden from view. And during that time she moved to the back of the forum.
Apollo,
What's Trucy?
it's not nice to reveal a magician's secrets, and it's against the rules.
But I'm a lawyer, it's not supposed to be nice.
No, he's not really sure. He's just guessing. He doesn't know.
It's sure very fascinating. Yeah. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have moved that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Aha! He's just realizing his own oversight.
Hmm.
Let's look at the cross-section diagram.
The diagram again.
Yep. Here we can trace a route through the ceiling. Goes from this. There it is. There's the thing they didn't show us.
Yep.
It goes from stage through the backstage to the rear of the forum. Ah. Recall Lamar's testimony from yesterday. Was
Backstage exit, exactly.
She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling. Lamar knew of this because of her part in the illusion. But she wasn't the only one who knew. But just now in the lobby, Maki told me something.
I know.
Yuppie.
Oh, he knew as well.
He said that. Or we're not informed, Prosecutor Gavin? I knew about the vanishing act, of course. Yet I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me?
Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They are the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know.
Which is why he bound Lamiroir to secrecy. Well, Lamiroir,
I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Mac was right about you.
so what does this mean? Are you saying you just wrote about the ceiling?
I did.
Well, that's that, but I'm still a little confused. Why's that, Your Honor? As I said before. So it's someone else?
Nah. It could be.
Chicken stops, how could she do it so fast?
She could have been in the vent the whole time and not someone else. Like,
Yeah, that's a good question.
it could have been like what do you call it? Just an illusion that she was standing there, like a trajectory.
Yeah, maybe. Can the witness explain this to the court?
I cannot.
Very well, Mr. Justice. It's all up to you, do your thing. What thing, Your Honor? You need to explain how Lamar was able to teleport like she did. Or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. Ugh. Why do I get picked on if Samuaro isn't going along with the program here?
As I've stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail.
Then you just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this.
Not a testimony.
Mr. Justice, it would be your job to wring the truth out of her.
Yes, if you would, please.
Right. I feel like a student before finals.
Good luck, Apollo. Can we take like a 5-minute recess? I need
Yeah,
to
sure.
get more water and grab a quick smoke.
Yep.
I'll be right back. The big illusion. Illusion.
What's the big idea?
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There was an emergency exit to the backstage where a stagehand awaited. From there one can enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard a voice. Okay, 2 minutes?
2 minutes säger du, Mr. Dugan. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something. Astor's my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice. Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamir is saying and what we can see plainly in the video.
I figured it out already. I'm a magician after all.
Well, tell me.
No, she's not gonna tell us. Not a chance. I can't even reveal another magician's secrets. Come on.
You're supposed to be on my side here.
Oh my god!
It took too much ice. It's I can barely drink my water. I want to hear about these 2 minutes thing. There.
2 minutes.
Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you're running.
Running in that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling.
Haha, Mr. Turner, have you forgotten? Dark or lit makes no difference to me.
Ah, that's true, but you're saying not the night of the concert you made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Lamoa disappears on the video for 20 seconds. But she says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How?
Illusion. If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer right there. It is right there in the video.
Perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that explain the discrepancy between the video and the testimony. Evidence explaining the discrepancy. Ja, men broschen då.
Oh, yeah. Could be. Otherwise, I don't think we have any evidence.
One piece of evidence explains the discrepancy between video and testimony.
Yeah.
Lamia, do you happen to remember this brooch? Ah, the brooch! We saw that yesterday, did we not? It was found at the scene, Your Honor. You're bringing this up now, why? Thought we had already determined when the was brought. So did I, but we hadn't. Take another look at the video.
Yeah, we've seen this. Can we just move past this? Nope.
Here you can see she's wearing the brooch. So she is. Let's talk a bit later. Ja.
We're yeah. Easy.
What? The brooch is gone. What? Yes. Yes, the brooch disappeared in a short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation.
It could be a trajectory, like a... What do you call it? Yeah.
The number we see before the vanishing act and the number we see after are two different people. What? The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent.
Yeah, it's here, so almost it could have bounced there. Yeah.
Lamar, tell me. Did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime?
Yes, I think I did.
Order, Prosecutor Gavin? From your expression I gather you had no idea this was the case, I judge. I of course knew about it. What? Don't get me wrong, I was hiding it, it just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So I was right, there was a switch. There was. Just before the stage tower rose, Lamour was replaced. While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement Lamour? Why the man behind the illusion? Valant Gramarai. It was Gramarai. That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing.
Yes?
The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage.
That's right.
But this fake Lamour is still singing. And she's pretty good. That's true.
Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. We're just playing a recording.
Ah ha ha. So Gavin's not some kind of air guitar band, Fräulein.
Oh, you mean I'm wrong?
When we play a show live, we play live, no recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lamour?
Very well.
Yes. Do tell, and add it to your testimony.
Okay. I had to keep singing even while I moved.
You were singing?
Yes. Miss Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used this.
Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage?
Then Letus must have heard her. Why shouldn't it matter where I sing? When everywhere I go is the same darkness.
Man tänker att ljudet borde ha påverkat lite av att hon är i en ventilationstrumma, men...
Det kan man tycka.
But you were singing while you were walking.
That's right. When the shooter and the victim have heard, she was singing right over their heads. After all, ja fast musiken kanske.
That is right. So you're sure? It'd have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. Once again we come back to the state of the scene of the crime. What state?
Yeah, I know what it means. That old speaker, Apollo.
The speaker?
Yeah, it had music blaring.
Yeah. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. Oh, it's a flashback.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Satisfied. The guys was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. So Lamar singing in the ceiling sounded just like Lamar singing over the speaker. Ingenious, her voice was hidden by her voice.
Ah. I have just remembered something.
Do tell.
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me, so I stopped singing.
What?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
The song stopped?
Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would notice.
Go ahead, that mixing board I lent you, where is it? mixing? Ja.
That machine
Jag tror att
Apollo.
du sitter runt på det jävla mixbord hela den här tiden.
Yep. That machine Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks.
Oh, this I'd completely forgotten about it. Let's take a listen.
Look. Ta bort det här. Uppe i den här.
Mhm.
The song does stop there.
Yeah, pleasure. She only sang pleasure.
Yeah. It does. I must have missed it. Look at the lyric sheet at the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Are we really going to listen again?
Yep.
I'll listen again.
But only hopefully just the second verse. Nope.
Vad?
Mm.
This is evidence indeed. I believe you are guilty of making a terrible mistake. The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamira's ballad. If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter. Which means that Darren Crescent could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set.
And Valant was, so he couldn't have done it.
Yep. Well, Prosecutor Gavin. Fascinating. I believe I haven't seen a trial turn around quite so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains. Watch that, Prosecutor Gavin. FOI's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it's entirely based upon Lamiroir's testimony. Yes, is there a problem with this? Well, it's quite simple, so it pains me to say. What if we should lie to protect the defendant? But you have no proof.
Ho ho!
All I'm saying is the truth is as yet unclear. Until we hear directly from the man himself. Man? You don't mean... Yes.
Darian.
So he's a friend and band member, Darren Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way. As someone with a new perspective on the case. As a suspect, to be frank.
Oh.
Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole. And I'm ready to catch him. Darren Crescent, get ready for justice.
Here comes
This is a good
justice.
time as any to pause for a brief recess. The prosecution will summon a witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin. And the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are. Very well, court is adjourned for a 50-minute recess.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, let's continue, right?
Yeah, it's a long case, actually.
Yeah.
And it's not even the last one.
Well, the last one will be probably twice as long.
Yeah.
Oj.
Paula, I can't believe it. It really happened during the second act, right in the middle of Ramar's performance.
The reason why she was in that air vent and that switch and the flaming guitar. And you link it all together, that's what you end up with. I don't know.
I knew you had what it took. Oh!
Oh.
Phoenix! Ah, Daddy! Father.
Mr. Right. You believed in me?
Not really.
Huh?
I just thought that'd make a cooler entrance to say, Hiya!
Why do you even bother hope?
Where have you been lately, Daddy? You haven't been coming to the office at all. Sorry about that, Lucy. I'm on a secret mission. Secret? You mean like you're undercover?
Like Mr. Del 2 is only shorter and not as well dressed.
Oh no, what if you're shot too, Daddy? Would I do a thing like that to you? Anyway, I'm off for a while again. Oh, one thing before I go.
What?
Good luck. You need
Right.
it.
Is that all you came to say?
I think you have the things pretty much under control. You'll get Michael Tobias off the hook, no doubt.
Yeah,
But you're after that detective, aren't you?
Arian Crescent.
It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system.
The current court system.
Did prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption, namely that our diva divine is telling the truth. But what about all the proof? The brooch and the switch? A piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder? There are plenty other ways to explain these things, the flaming guitar too. All because you lack definite proof of their connection to the case. But if the sultry songstress is lying, your case melts like a butter in a frying pan, leaving behind the faintest singed scent of failure.
What do I do?
Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend.
Detective Sky. Bima?
Let's see,
Is it
this bag of
Pantis?
this bag of snacks here was meant for me. Here it is. What are those, Daddy? They don't look like very good snack
Was it
game material.
bullets?
No, are you sure? They were found at the
I
sea.
don't know, I saw it.
Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Probably a firecracker or something similar, like the ones kids are into these days. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually.
Under the sofa.
Hey, Apollo! That's where we found that little device thingy.
Right. This. I'll find some evidence that makes sense.
Burned fragments found at the scene of the crime bearing gunpowder residue, possibly a firecracker. That's all from me, I suppose. See you after the verdict, maybe. Can we take a closer look?
So you think this was some kind of firecracker?
Yeah, or one of those noisemakers like you shoot off on New Year's.
You know, is it in China they use firecrackers on New Year's to scare off evil? It's kind of the same thing.
Really? I had no idea. Well, did you know this? It takes more than 500 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter.
At least my useless fact had something to do with evidence.
Okay, nothing more here. Every man has an igniter inside him.
Excuse me.
Find Darian Crescent's igniter and set it off.
Walk out the door just like a magician. Normally.
What does he want us to do? No conventional methods? What does that mean?
Guess you just have to take his advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes.
I guess.
Almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Susie.
Om det bara ut och in.
Mm.
Jag kan bara ut.
Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where is Detective Crescent?
Och komma in.
In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time. Very well. Might I add, I don't believe any of these.
Maja, du är
Kid
inne
Diane was
med.
the first detective I ever worked with. When we stopped working together, we moved to the Criminal Affairs Division 3.
Dry.
But this guitar playing, it fires my imagination.
Ja.
That's nice, but it's nothing to do with the matter at hand.
Och sitter där.
Correct?
Jag inte två, men vi är här.
Oh no, forehead.
Okej, hoppa. Där jag
Very
sitter.
well. Call the final witness to the stand.
Oh, final witness.
Oh. Detective Darian Crescent.
I have to take this then.
Vi är där, okej?
Name and occupation, please.
Nej!
Darian Crescent, Detective Criminals Affairs Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division for those of you who didn't know.
Jajamän.
And I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us.
Jag är villig till.
Fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today.
Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. You gave me a word I wouldn't be standing here.
And don't call me partner.
So much for old friends.
I see what you're doing there and you're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial. Yes, it's fine time we did. Let's hear your testimony. We begin with your response to Lamirar's testimony. In fact, do you have anything to say about it?
Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. And wherever you are from, Mr. Justice. Ha!
Conventional methods are out the window, huh? Here goes nothing.
Here goes justice. Rebuttal. The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Sky hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? They shouldn't took place when it was on stage, man. Oh! Oh! Vet du vad det är för skott vi hörde? Det är de här.
Ja. Men det måste, för att det är någon grej som var under soffan som är det de hörde istället för det,
Riktiga
det är
skott.
orimligt att det var...
Pistolskott.
Ja.
Ja.
You claim Lamirar's testimony was a lie.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing trying to protect that kid. And she got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind.
You go so far, Diane.
Look, all I'm saying is, you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective?
Detective Sky. I see.
Mr. Day.
Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. Didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. Can't do this with Lamora's testimony alone. Have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place.
Mm-hmm. Should we press on the shooting thing or just present? Here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna press on it first.
Actually, I was there too.
So here, which means you heard them too, right? The gunshots.
We heard gunshots. Neither I nor Jimmy actually saw the shooting behind you.
I guess you and Lamar got the same excuse then.
We know one thing for certain here. It was gunshot-like sounds that emanated from the room during the third set. You must determine whether those sounds are actually gunshots.
Maki heard them too. Remember he said he ran for the air duct when he heard them.
So how do you figure out just what those gunshots during the third set were?
Yeah, we know. Can we use this now?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Something was found at the crime scene after Dester's trial. What thing? First was this small device. That's the remote-triggered igniter. Correct. And one more thing. What are those? The remains of something burned? Not another guitar, I hope. Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. Yeah, of course there was something like a firecracker. How did Gavin know about this? What do you think Detective Sky works for you? I received a report this morning before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually. What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin? I registered Diane as a witness in today's trial. Just in case. This raises another possibility.
It's Apollo talking, but okay.
Oh, those gunshots like sounds during the third set. Could have been two firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control.
Mm-hmm. You got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me. So you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off right when two witnesses came walking by? Ha! That's right. Ariane was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then? If a firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one there to hear. You get my drift? I'll go through the trouble, man.
How do you explain this? He may not look it, but Aaron is a gifted detective. Show any weakness and he's sure to find it.
He may not look it, Barter. Gee, thanks, man.
That reminds me.
Okay.
I happened to pass through that hallway several times that day in the cell. And I saw something odd there just before the third set. Something odd. a headset that kind of also banned the staff members for wearing.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Why was that?
Pick this up in front of the door to that dressing room. After like 3 years, when they allowed us to pick it up. What if that headset wasn't dropped but placed, and what if it was turned on?
Yeah, it took a long time before we could pick it up.
You could hear what was going on in that hallway.
Oh,
Even if
smart.
you were out on stage.
Whose side are you on, Gavin?
Listen to me, Diane. There are no sides in a court of law. Which is why I now turn to you, half forehead. I have a question for you.
Who must have did
Huh?
it?
For me? The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. Certainly a possibility they were part of our ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you can fabricate an alibi.
Then.
But we're still not closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake. You can't say. You raised the possibility that the shots heard during the first set were fake. Now you need to prove the other half of the case. The other half?
Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano play was on stage. That right, Gavin?
Indeed, if you can't prove that, then continue this cross-examination would be pointless. Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second shot? Yeah, I think.
You better know, Paul, otherwise we're through.
It can be proven. You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you. Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness your testimony if you would. This is going to be easy. I need some decisive proof and fast.
You ready, kid? 'Cause I am. The shooting took place during the second set. If you're so sure, let's see your proof. Oh, that's second set proof.
Burnt guitar.
Burnt guitar? Are you sure?
No. But try it.
Nope. Let's
Well.
think.
Let's think that. Let's just. I wanted to try that first. Okay, let's just press him on that first, just to see what it says.
Yeah, wait. Could it be this one then?
Maybe. I don't think it proves it happened during the... But the gunshots heard in the first set could have been...
What? Some kind of setup? I've heard that one before. You need proof, Apollo. You need to prove that the shooting took place during the second set.
Well, if you know how to do that, I'm all ears.
Maybe the gunshots are the key after all.
What do you mean?
Well, Lamar said she heard them, right? Right in the middle of her illusion, when she was up above the ceiling.
And she forgot the words to the song, yeah.
If you can prove the gun was shot right when she missed those lyrics. You know what? We're home free, I think.
True, not easy, but true.
I think we can do it like this. Can't we?
Yeah, maybe.
Because if she sings and then she stops, shouldn't her microphone pick up the gunshots? That's the drums.
Jag gick av varje gång. Okej.
He's not playing.
Och här
You see that? He's not playing now.
Yeah. Does he play at all?
inte.
No.
Titta på mig, okej?
Hmm.
Titta på mig,
But
Maja.
this doesn't have the vocals.
It doesn't.
Jag gick av!
Hmm. Hmm. You see? He's not playing anymore.
Okay.
Or is something wrong?
I don't know.
You see, nothing happens here.
Yeah.
But I couldn't hear any gunshot. You see, he's not playing.
Is he supposed to be playing?
I don't know. No, he's not supposed to be on stage, sorry. Okay, I'm not sure.
Is there some way to prove that?
Let's take a look through our evidence. Maybe there's something in there. Hey, aren't you supposed to be cross-examining me?
Try to refrain from private discussions during cross-examination, Mr. Dawson.
Titta på mig.
Right, Your Honor. Sorry. Just let me take a quick look through the court record.
He's pretty eager to paint Lamar as a liar, isn't he?
Yeah, because her testimony is basically our entire case.
This is tough. So what do we do?
I got a few ideas. Just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when she says it did. Did you press on the last statement, the new one?
Yeah,
Just
this one,
cross.
yeah.
Yeah.
We did. Okay. I'm gonna go with this or the mixing table.
Seems there was a clear proof left behind. Right here in Namarar's song.
I was into something.
But the song wasn't on
No.
the mixing table. Huh?
Her song. Yeah, we'll see what they say.
But actually this device thingy. Is it a phone? Yeah. You compare it to a gramophone perhaps? Come on, we just use this and don't get me started on gramophone. This device will just record the performance part by part. Part?
Maja.
You move the sliders to adjust the volume. The instrument is adjustable separately. Tama's voice included.
What? She didn't sing, did she?
No. Oh, but what does this prove? According to Lamara's testimony, at the moment of shooting she wrote the words to the song. Ah, you didn't have to examine the recording at that moment, yeah. Why did it let us do that? Might even hear those gunshots. Fuck you, game.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the vocals.
Let's
I'm
see.
100% sure that it doesn't have vocals.
This is a guitar. This is the drums, right? Yeah, that's the drums. No, we don't have any vocals.
Nope. Because they didn't record anyone singing the game, the song. So let's just see where they're going with this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ah, ridiculous. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room or out on stage?
Have you forgotten, Diane? We were all wearing these headsets.
Oh, he's sweating.
We were all deeply involved in our performance. But Lamra's headset would have picked up what you heard all the same. And I ska analyzing that recording. Right now. Lamra stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find that spot and I'll find the gunshots.
Oh my god. But we can. It has to be on the second part, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. And this has 4 parts, so it has to be here.
Okay, the gunshot. Warner, listen closely to this part. This is the track with Damora's vocals. No, it's not.
Oh! Did you hear that? It was a gunshot.
Yeah. Well, it sounded like a gunshot. But it's annoying that they didn't actually do the vocals.
Yep.
Oh, he's flopping.
He's flopping it. Well, what? This has to be some kind of mistake.
Believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard in the second act. Which means Namoa's testimony was true.
Yeah.
Or so she was telling the truth about what she heard.
Hmm.
Just after that there was a gunshot and then the guitar caught on fire. Detective Crescent, he went on stage during the second set. You could have done it. But why did you only hear one gunshot on the recording? When 2 bullets fired from this weapon? Lamar was moving through the air when you're running. She must have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then as she passed over the dressing room, the gun fired again and Mr. Detour's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescent. Once again I am reminded of something. Our performance that day. Your performance. Seeing the mixing would jogged my memory. You were there too, I have 4 heads. Yeah, the second guitar was off.
Yeah.
The high core lightning.
I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you, I know how you play, you're better than that.
Yeah, well,
You what, and Prosecutor Gavin, what were you getting?
probably it was in a recording.
Talking about the murder weapon, Mr. Detour's 45 caliber hand cannon.
Oh, he got... han har skadat armen alltså.
As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscared with a revolver that size. The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur. Wait. You mean his playing was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver?
You're forgetting something.
Yes, Detective Crescent.
I'm a trained police officer, you know. I've had firearms training, plenty of it. I'm no amateur.
Standard sign of answer to the police officers at 38 caliber weapon. How much tame beast also the murder weapon belonging to the victim is still at Taurus. Which suggests there was a struggle between the killer and the victim. Though the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean? Jag tror att det hade dock hört som jazz. Well, does the witness have anything to say to this?
It's getting more and more flaccid.
Yeah. 90%.
What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves rolled up ready for action has to say. Hey, you attorney.
Me?
Exactly, which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on a tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a 45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin, I really do. You can line up your little weak piece of evidence all you want.
Well, we're done here. We have proven that it wasn't Mika.
Maki. I didn't shoot the manager. And that's the obvious truth. Not did Maki either.
The witness has a point. The defense arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Crescent. Those are reasons why you couldn't have done it.
Proof of innocence. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. This was the Diva's first trip to this country, right? How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him?
But they didn't know him.
Yeah.
A simple reason indeed.
Was it Darian that
Was we could have an issue case that Mr. Letus had not been to our country before?
Visst var det Darian som kände igen att det var Interpol-nummer? Eller var det Gavin?
According to our records, yes. Not even Barnes. I see. Very well. Mr. does this to make begin the cross-examination. Right now I need to find a motive. So you didn't fraternize with him at all during the concert?
Fraternize, huh? I don't think we exchanged a single word. As if everyone would want to talk to that old Eastern blockhead. No, the ladies, that's a different matter altogether. So you see. Okay.
You sure about that?
What? What? Wipe that look off your face before I do it for you. Listen, you try throwing out one of your wild accusations. I'll throw it back at you so hard you'll forget who you're accusing of what.
Perhaps it's best if you let your evidence do the talking, you know?
Man, what evidence? That's what I want to know.
Just using this motive question as ammunition, huh? Well, I got the ammunition too. Evidence.
What? The egg? We don't have any real evidence, do we? The only thing we have is the egg. Found on Letus. Could that be his motive?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but they haven't told us anything about that if he knows the judge's son. Or is Darian the judge's son? No, that would be stupid.
Well,
He's in the hospital.
well, it could be. So
But he's in the
motive.
hospital.
Yeah. If we take motive and present the newspaper clipping then.
It's too far-fetched, I think, but let's try.
Yeah, I don't have any other. Nope.
Okay, try the egg and same thing, I guess.
Okay. Oh. Load.
Because I do not know.
Me neither. I got no motive. Oh! It was the egg.
Okay, let's see where they're going. Here, Anna, take a look at this. What's that? Looks like candy. It's not. Don't lick it, please. Detective Crescent, ever seen this?
Looks like a piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it. Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings. A cocoon? Never seen one that color. It's a variety only found in the Republic of Virginia. Nowhere else. Alright, but what's this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with a motive for killing Mr. Latouche, does it?
Now it's the newspaper clipping then.
It does. I mean, I think it does.
You don't sound so confident, man.
A cocoon. Is one of those silky cocoons? The kind that you can make, well, silk out of? Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative. A curative for what? Apparently there's most officials are treating a disease thought incurable. It's the only medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one of these healing cocoons out of Virginia. Whatever for. If it's such a miracle for you, why don't share it with the world?
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering.
We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently it isn't difficult at all to manufacture the remedy from the cocoon. Yet if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. A deadly poison, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
What? There was an incident several years ago where some of these got out of the black market. It got quite a commotion in the global community, though the media was kept largely unaware.
Is it Ice 9 eller?
Maybe.
or Radical 6?
Radical 6. Intriguing. Alicia Schledka strikt ban on the concurrence export. One rigidly enforced Interpol among others. Interpol. Right. The victim, Romain Lotus, was an Interpol agent. Detective Grisandio insists on referring to him as a manager. But that's misleading. Romain Lotus wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent.
So I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country? That's what you're trying to say?
I'm saying that could well be a motive for murder.
Oh, so I was going to sell it on the black market and make myself a pretty penny? Ridiculous, I mean totally unthinkable. Nej, jag tror newspaper.
I can't really say why. Perhaps it's time for another testimony about the smuggling of cocoons business.
Oh, okay. Cocoon smuggling. International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them. Can sell them on the black market, too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Man, I'm in international affairs, I know the deal.
Indeed. Interpol wanted these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Latouche undercover.
You kids think the crazy things, but no way I'm going to risk my life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money.
Not the most noble of statements, but duly noted. According to the reports, these cocoons top Interpol's list. Telling them to an underground organization would be risky. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. This is the only motive I've got. He was up to something, and I'm going to find out what.
Yeah, a cure. I'm almost certain that it has to be it.
But it is also the only evidence we haven't used yet.
Yep. Yeah, it has to be this one, right?
Maybe that one or the one before.
Yeah.
Why not choose a less dangerous buy then? I would.
How clueless are you?
Oh,
Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keys to goodbye.
why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this? That article. That's about the Chief Justice's. A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon. But so can a cure. And a cure for just any disease. A cure for incuritis. Incuritis. I've heard of that somewhere.
Come on, Judge.
We went to visit a victim of the disease this morning. Ah. Why that's the disease the Chief Justice's son has. You weren't saying how witnesses are detected. You would have contact with the Chief Justice. You are saying the Chief Justice would never deal in a contraband. Not even to save his own son's life. But even if the deal went through, why it be an international scandal? That's Detective Crescent's insurance. If word ever got out, the one with his neck on the line would be the Chief Justice. Detective Crescent, is this true?
First I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes you're trying to pin on me anyway?
The state would let it is to think about it if the Chief Justice were the buyer. Why a seller couldn't hope for a better deal? But a cowardly seller.
Don't let sleeves over there trick you. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice. Where's your proof?
Well,
Exactly. Oh yeah, and you're forgetting one other important thing.
do that.
Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching this. Virginian Customs barely sleeps. There's a word about cocoons getting out.
So we were informed.
Hey, you right.
Let's continue with the cross-examination.
Oh? Okay, but this one we know,
Yeah,
because it was sent
in the guitar case.
directly to Gavin's prosecutor office. But we don't have any proof of that, right?
Just how strict is this customs check?
Well, it could be done. This
Yeah, it
time.
could be that one, yeah.
Yeah, because we don't have the other proof. No.
Papa.
Way strict. They keep planes on the ground for hours.
Do I call it being a bit extreme? Det är nämligen konsekvent gumdrops and marshmallows. Yes, it would be hard to distinguish them. That's right. Gavin was in Virginia, wasn't he? Yeah. We were in setting off the metal detector several times.
Papa, jag kommer
Right, is there naked or what?
Oh ho ho!
Jag kommer kolla.
Here's a travel tip for you, Gavin. Leave the
Kolla.
bling at home, you glimmerous
Pappa,
fop.
jag kommer kolla. Pappa, jag kommer
Oh.
kolla. Pappa,
This one is new
jag kommer
also, right?
Yeah.
Pappa, jag
But,
hinner mig kolla.
Yeah.
Hinner mig kolla.
Actually, there is one way.
What?
One way to get something out of the country. No checks. What is it? You become a prosecutor. A prosecutor? Ah!
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office?
Hi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, transporting evidence. Pristine and untouched.
Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched? Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum packed in Virginia. Pack was untouched until the day of the concert. You're saying that the guitar was...
My son
With
there.
cocoons this small, it would have been very easy to use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
What? Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, that guitar has some work done it recently, right? Work? Good memory I have forehead.
Just det. The sound hole. The igniter.
Mm-hmm. An igniter. Exactly. Consider this if you will. But that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar.
You mean?
It means this, of course. Ah. There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. You could just pick your Prosecutor's Gavin privileged guitar as a mule. And who better to do that than someone with access? Like a member of the band!
Yeah. Oh yeah, flaccid. Okay, give me. I have to go to the bathroom. BRB.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm back. So,
Alright,
Darian is the killer then.
go with the igniter. Was placed in there for clear reason, it seems. It's a safety precaution. For at last it all comes together. Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review?
Oh no.
Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lamar's ballad, if you please. First, my keys were stolen, a harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock on my guitar case. Key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. I see. But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions.
Mm-hmm.
Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler. Watch that. Mr. Latours. Ah. Mr. Latours and other cavalry was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So Mr. Latours tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon were confiscated, then the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. Press the switch now. The guitar burst into flames and the cocoon was lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mr. Latours died. With Lamour there to witness it. There's your case.
But who pressed the switch? Brilliant, man.
Detective Grisham.
I gotta know, you make all that up on the fly?
But a made up story. It makes a great deal of sense. Diane.
The Republic of Virginia? Sorry man, but I haven't even been there.
You haven't.
Let's see you make up a story for that, kid. How'd I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh?
It's not so hard to imagine. You had help of Virginian accomplice. That's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lamar heard proves it.
Hmm.
You made this transmission from backstage. While you were co-conspiracy, I was on stage. But who was it?
Marky then.
This is it, the coup de grace. And for once I know what I'm doing. There's only one person who could have helped him.
It has to be Marky, right? Because he is...
Well, Gavin Rye is also on stage.
yes, but Marky told us he doesn't want to go home because he'll die.
Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned, with a great accusation comes great responsibility. Make up your answer on the fly as it were and you'll be harshly penalized. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was the smuggler's accomplice?
I'm gonna go with Marky.
There's only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice. And that person is the defendant, Marky Tabai. But Mr. Justice, he's your client.
Defense attorney accusing his client, that's a new one.
I assure you no one is more than happy about this than I.
But he's not accusing him of murder, only smuggling.
Yeah. But I'm here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latours. And I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. Indeed, the defendant is Virginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was in fact Lamiwa? Couldn't have been. Well, you seem correct yourself. The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor. Electronic signals? Recall that this remote only works to a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Yes, true. Now think back to the testimony.
Yeah, because the guitar was high up on the tower.
And they should have made his transmissions. Namara was in the air vent. Right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram.
Look at this diagram.
This is the area that the remote could reach on the air vent. Well, looking at this, seems that Limoir still could have done the deed. No. When the shooter made the transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. Part of the stage was raised, because Gavin and the Lamior standing were in the air. They were on a tower which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lamir's position in the air vent. Ah. Well, Detective Crescent, what do you say to that?
Your Honor.
Yes, Detective.
Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time.
I don't see why not. What? Don't tell me as a way out of this.
That's me.
Oh, see it burning there. Or is it the light? Ah, too bad, so sad, punk.
Punk.
First you were sleeves, then kid, now punk. You're losing rank fast, Apollo.
Well, exactly we're supposed to see in this video. Probably since in what we see correct, I am.
Right, it's what you hear. We are musicians after all.
Care to explain for us non-musicians?
Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the Wii pianist to set off that igniter, that right?
Yes.
Well, in order to do that, it had to press the switch. Am I right?
Okay.
Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano.
Piano.
Ja, men det här är ju givet. Han kommer hävda att pianot spelade hela tiden. Men den låg ju i pianot, så det räckte att han tryckte på en fel not, skulle jag säga.
Eller så gjorde han det med foten.
Med pedalerna? Ja, inte omöjligt.
Ja. What seems to be the problem there? Piano sounded just fine.
And that's the problem, man. You still don't get it?
Ja.
Yeah, how is he supposed to hit that switch if he's playing? If you got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the diva. Let me wrong. But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Her accomplice would have had a hard time helping out if they couldn't even press a switch.
Urg. Piano plays non-stop. Couldn't have pressed that switch. Well, Mr. Justice, piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire. Well,
It's okay, we all make mistakes sometimes. Apollo, were you wrong?
Can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just... strange? What's strange? No, it's just... something odd about the performance there. Odd. Mr. Justice. If Michael Tobias didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is. But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice.
You got the facts wrong, man. Here's some facts for you. Game's guitar is on fire, but the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story is full of holes.
Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion of this matter now. Was the defendant's Michael Tobias the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything we've said here.
I would say still yes.
Give it some thought.
Apollo, if Mark is not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined.
I know that it has to be him. He was the only one that could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch.
Well, you better find a way to prove it.
Arik, what do I do? What do I do?
Well, there has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd.
Something odd? Wait a second.
What? You thought of something?
What was Gavin saying just now?
Mm-hmm.
Not much to go on, but it's all I've got. What exactly did you hear that was odd? Have you come up with something, Mr. Justice? May I remind you that everything rests on this. Can you prove Michael Tobias pressed that switch?
Prove and prove.
Let's hear your final answer. Can you prove that Michael Tobias pressed that switch? Yeah, sure. I don't know if you call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible. Then as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to start the evidence supporting this. Have forehead, you're sure about this?
I accept. There's no evidence, man.
Let's see your evidence, Mr. Justice. I want you basically claim that the defendant pressed that switch.
What? Well, it has to be the recording then. Is it?
Did you save?
Yes, I did save. Is it this? Can we hear the piano on this one? We can't, right?
It's the third one, maybe?
Oh, this has to be the bass. Here you have it.
The basis for my claim is music, Your Honor. Music, what about music? Let's listen to the piano part around the time when the switch was to be pressed.
Yeah, it sounded a bit off.
Right before the guitar burst into flame.
Or is it in the...
Hear piano being played. But it sounds kind of simple. Simple? I think I know it is suggesting. I think Mikey could have played that part with one hand.
With what? Oh, I didn't think of that. Okay.
One hand. You would need one hand to press that switch. You could play the piano with the other.
What's your some kind of piano savant?
Know what he is?
Yep.
I'm actually no.
Then what do you know? You can't play a part like that with one hand.
Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here.
Wait, I know.
Wait, I
Hey.
know. Hey.
Oh,
Who's it?
yeah. You got something?
Mr. Wright, your father is a pianist. Could he...
Oh, Daddy? He couldn't play a part like that even if he had 3 hands. So sorry, so sad for you.
No, not really.
Huh?
That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way.
Man, how are we going to prove whether he played it with 1 hand or 2? You can't.
I admit it will be a rather difficult to prove, but it's highly likely he was playing with 1 hand.
How do you know that?
Lewis was prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song. Again?
Yep. No, no way.
Well, it seems we come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Shows the part that proves the defendant was playing with 1 hand.
Oh, we have the recording.
Mike was definitely playing one-handed before the guitar caught fire, and one section of the song proves it.
Oh, shit.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. I'm not really sure about this. There. Did you hear that? It's only bara ljusa toner i slutet där. Lyssna här. Inte nu. Kommer här någonstans. Eller hur? Det måste vara.
Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you realized by now just what it was that sounded odd to you. I'm sure you've realized it yourself beforehand. Realized what? I'll demonstrate.
Härligt att höra, Kon.
Let's
bra
listen to
jobbat.
the question again, shall we?
Ja,
Pay particular attention to the but a fleeting melody phrase.
Så.
Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing?
You're right. Enough of that. Let's listen to another section. shall
Oh,
we?
come on!
Another section. Guitar burst into flame at the end of the second verse.
Yep.
Let's listen to the same spot in the first verse. Pay attention to "Oh that night in your embrace."
You see. Jag hade någonting där. Det måste vara det.
Ah, Clavers 2 again.
Nej, inte igen.
I love my guy.
Come on, man.
Nej. Nej.
Där har du bara mörka
There.
toner.
Did you hear that?
Nej.
They feel the same, true. But they're clearly very different.
What?
Well put, Your Honor. The phrase in verse 2 is quite simple. But the same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes.
Nej, jag skulle säga tvärtom.
You have to use two hands to play that for sure.
Ja.
Ah,
Jag löste det i alla fall.
snyggt.
What's that prove?
Wouldn't think you know that by now.
This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the two verses had different arrangements, happens all the time.
Not this time, Diane. There's no point in changing our arrangement if we can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I didn't play specifically so the piano would stay in the background.
Oh?
That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I ask myself. Now ask yourselves why Maki changed how we played. And there's only one answer. You need a free hand in order to press the switch.
Dark! Flash said.
Order.
Jag vet nog spelat 3 timmar, det är ett långt jävla case där.
Believe this stage all the facts together. Yeah. Well, Prosecutor Gavin. Yes, quite. Though personally this comes as a terrible disappointment.
Yeah.
What? No comeback? Can't believe it, I finally did it. I shut him up. Very well, bearing no objection from the prosecution. No stated matter. Alright.
Good show, Sleeves. No, great show.
It's not over. I don't like it when he looks so happy.
You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing.
Personally, I'm terribly disappointed. In you have forehead.
Åh nej.
Me? Yes, don't get me wrong, your case is solid. Facts will check out, but even now, you've yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence. Yeah, but the facts, anyone can see it was him. Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid the case doesn't cut it. But thousands facts might point toward the same conclusion. But without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rule under our current legal system. Don't believe it. Does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present.
I think if he did, we already would have seen it a long ways back.
It is unfortunate, but at present this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation. What?
Jag trodde vi hade honom.
The truth is staring us all right in the face. Well, it doesn't matter really.
Nej.
You just have to see that Mac is innocent. Why can't they see it? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals?
Apollo, remember what Daddy said? It won't be easy proving he did it, especially not under the current court system.
Okay, we have to turn him on.
Yep. I wonder what he meant by every man's igniter.
Just meant a weak spot, huh? Kind of thing that a single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. Won't be able to present further by conventional means. I mean, a weak spot in this guy is something to fail.
So, can I get back to work now or what? Ska vi lyckas med det här eller? It may look like I got a lot of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend with this deadweight attorney.
Well, Mr. Justice, from this part without decisive evidence. The witness won't be coming back to the stands once we let him go.
Okay.
This man has an igniter.
Huh?
Didn't you say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah yes, good guitars are kept dry, why? That provides the best sound. Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. The plan has an igniter in it too. Mr. Gavin, it was there from the very beginning.
What?
Fighting time, Justice, if you blow this one.
Okej. Nu är det något bevis antar jag vi ska hitta.
You'll be out of your hands. Good.
Go for it, Apollo. What, and this igniter supposed to come burn me up? It's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney.
All the better I'm rather fond of poetry. And I intend to hear this one through to the very end. F.O.L. You are accusing this man, Diane Christian, of 2 crimes. The murder of Mr. Letus and the smuggling of a Virginian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove your case.
Mm-hmm.
Trial has already gone on for far too long.
Håller med.
Mr. Justice, this will be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud is the moment this cross-examination ends.
Okej.
Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Then, let's have it. For what's the basis for these accusations, I can start in present. Okay, this is really my last chance. The key that will take apart Aaron Crescent's plan is...
Oh! Jesus freaking Christ. Ja du. Jo, ska vi be Maki komma in eller?
Why not?
För vi har väl inte någonting som... Jag kan testa Maki.
Yeah. The United isn't a piece of evidence.
So what is it?
It's true that I can show the decisive evidence. But perhaps what I needed to prove my case was something else. You mean a witness? Proving his guilt is a tall order. But I guess just the person to do it. Very well, Mr. Justice. Wish this person will prove Diane Crescent's guilt.
Mm.
The one person who can prove Diane Crescent's guilt is the defendant, Maki Dubai.
Pick?
Your client, again. Maki Dubai was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling plot. Without him, Diane Crescent could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, you can easily prove that the one who plotted to smuggle that cocoon is the real criminal in this case. How so? Will require just one of the very cocoons Mr. Letus was looking for. With the cooperation of the Republic of Virginia, we could burn a cocoon. The burned cocoon will leave a particular residue. A residue which we'd no doubt also find inside the burnt out guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, very scientific of you. Thus, if Maki Tobias acknowledges his agreement with Diane Crescent concerning the attempted smuggling of a Virginian cocoon, the case is solved.
Darian's laughing again. Your unrelenting passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you? Too bad you'll never be able to.
Why not?
The little key tickler won't acknowledge anything. Especially not anything to do with the cocoon smuggling.
What's this all about? Taking a cocoon out of the country means death? By Virginian law.
Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, it's not. What? He's not talking.
You're wrong, Detective Crescent.
What?
It's the other way around. If Maki doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble.
How?
Look, if Maki admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country. The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. So that news has already reached Virginia. They likely broadcast our dealings in court today, including the part about the Virginia and Cocoon.
Yeah, but.
But if Maki doesn't admit to smuggling, he'll eventually be picked out by the Virginian police. And it's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not going to find him guilty of murder here, not now.
Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me.
Maybe the law doesn't allow it. I was just going to think you're really innocent after hearing this trial.
Mm-hmm.
Same goes to market to buy. The Cocoon smuggling your entire plan. Market to buy knows everything. But there's only one way out of it for him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling!
Oh no! A surfing bird. Heh. Don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace. I hear the mansion real nice. You want a house made of cookies or no, a house made of pianos? Come on. Please. Don't.
Excuse me?
What the fuck is happening? Don't talk! Yeah, real flaccid now.
Darian? Consider that my last session with you. We rocked. Guessing we can treat that outburst as a confession.
Oh, he's laughing again.
It's kind of sick desperation in it now, though.
How long is this gonna take?
Long time. Well,
Yeah.
have you been listening to today's trial?
Yes.
And you'll tell this court everything. I didn't want it to turn out this way. But I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime. This trial was all for your benefit, you know. There's no reason why I should hesitate now.
I knew. From beginning, I knew. Situation I cannot explain, but money I needed. Very much money.
Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. Is evidence.
The only thing definite in a court of law is evidence.
Is the golden rule, however. It has become apparent that not all things can be tried by this standard. To another case of this short surface. may have to consider an alternate system by which to administer justice. Anyway, Mr. Maki, goodbye.
Yes.
I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country. And with regards to the current changes for the murder of Mr. Latouche, this court is prepared to announce a verdict.
Oh, he smiles. And no glasses. Hi, thank you.
About time.
I only lie, but you see truth. You find truth.
That's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant's Maki to buy.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
We did it. Fuck yeah.
Jesus. Court is adjourned.
I wonder what happened to Maki.
But it did smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. Guess there's been another trial here.
All's well that ends well. Daddy! I owe you both my thanks.
Miroir?
Hi, something wrong?
I'm sorry, Mike was your partner on stage, your friend.
Yes, I thought of him as my own son. Even now I do, yet hur gammal är hon? Har vi kollat då? 40?
Well, about that.
Okay. Something got a hold of him. Something evil, I see that. And he must pay for what he has done. Is that not how it should be?
I'm still sorry.
Do not be sorry. You have given me courage. Courage? I'm considering an eye operation. It was my suggestion, actually. You mean you'll be able to see again? It's funny. I've always been afraid of the light. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving. According to the doctor, Lamar's lost her sight due to some kind of accident.
Accident?
As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I fear that if I could see, perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I have been running from. I was scared. You know what changed her mind? Hearing your defense in there today. She could feel your gaze unwavering, always looking straight at the truth. If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take up painting.
Painting?
That's right, she's the landscape painter in sound after all. I will paint the two of you, I promise. Woohoo, I can't wait, Lamar. I owe you my thanks to Apollo.
Thanks, Mr. White, but for what?
You reminded me I need to hurry things along. Oh, my secret mission, that is.
Right, your secret mission.
Apollo, Trucy. I hope that we'll meet again someday soon. You bet, me too.
So, like a ballad, the trial flowed on and on until it came to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to the trial. Guitar Serenade was a huge hit. Was good to get even more dazzling to look at now. But there's something I want to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad.
Haven't catch the killer? What the?
At the end.
At the end. The end.
Det funkar inte. Det var peka ungdomar.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was that. Case 3.
that was that.
Case 4 is Turnabout Succession.
Should we watch the intro?
We can.
Oh,
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's gonna looks like
Gavin,
Truce's.
right?
Yeah. No, that's not Gavin. This is Truce's father, I believe, Zach.
oh. Right,
Uh,
yeah, the
but-
Mustang.
We can load it.
Yeah, we can watch the intro.
Yeah.
Det funkar inte.
Oh.
Mason system. Oh,
Mhm.
heartbeats.
And blood pressure.
Yep. And pulse. Oh.
Oh, is that?
He's dead, yeah. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of the last 7 long years. Yeah.
Of course.
Nothing happens by chance, all is connected. And now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. Väldigt dramatiskt. Det där Truce är som ung eller?
Jag vet inte vad hon såg ju fan äldre ut än vad hon gör nu.
Okay. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. Well, that
Right.
was dramatic and didn't tell us anything.
Verkligen.
Write anything agency. That's the name of it, yeah. Oh well, thank you,
Well.
Margaret, for today.
Thank you.
I think this will be it for today.
Yeah, that was a long case.
A real long case.
Day 1, a severe case of poisoning. Right.
Could be interesting. Oh, yeah, but we'll see when we continue this. Now we have a clean slate.
Yeah.
So take care, everyone. Bye.